Hey, what's up guys, Just Boost here and welcome back to another Digimon video. There you have it, the first BT11 deck profile and probably not the one you were expecting. I'm definitely gonna be doing competitive deck profiles with BT11 as well, but this was just something cool I kinda cooked up while looking through the black cards in the BT11 sets. Because I wanted to try something new for Commandramon. I was like, there's not any real like Commandramon or machine. Well, I guess there is machine type support, right? Because we're getting machine support. But I just wanted to try something cool, something funny, and I came up with this like Chuumon, Sukamon, D-Brigade deck, which I'm going to be showing off. Which, yeah, it's not the most competitive thing in the world. You'll see I got all the security options. We're not trying to play any control game with this deck, except for like a memory stun control game. I guess we're just trying to go like super rookie rush, and then we have some really cool like finishing combos and plays that I'm gonna be showing you when we're checking out the deck list. Yeah, don't really have much more to say about that. Let's just hop into the deck list. Alright, as always, we're starting off with the Digitama, which is pretty straightforward. I am playing the full playlist of the Pagumon. This is still, I think, ever since the release, this has been the best black Digitama all around. I guess there's some decks where, you know, other black Digitama like Doraemon are better, but generally I would say this is the best one, at least in this deck for sure. I am playing 5X. Honestly, I feel like the way this deck is built is really made to finish out the game as quickly as possible. There's almost like no control in this deck. You're really trying to rush your opponents. But still, if a game does go on long against something like security control, then it is definitely nice to have a 5th egg, and I just think Missimon's pretty much just the second best egg for this deck or this archetype. And especially, you know, with the EX3 Sukamon, this card is very nice because you can just swing with jamming and then it will restand your opponent, can't run over it, which is, that's definitely something that comes up, but you definitely want to see this one more because it will just be better more of the time. Then moving on to the actual meat of the deck, pretty straightforward Commandramon lineup. The beautiful new alt art from BT11, I really love it. So glad they gave this Commandramon a new print. But yeah, for the Commandramons, it's extremely straightforward. I'm just playing the full playset of every Commandramon that has been printed up till now, so just 20 Commandramon. The reason is, of course, that we want to be hitting with the floating Commandramon as much as possible, as well as with Tamers. Yeah, I don't really think there's much more to say about it. You know, this one is nice because it does provide some control. This one is big, and you're gonna see I'm not playing Chuumon because I expect Def X won't be played as much. However, if you know they do play Def X, if you have like 2 commanders on field with this one and this one as well, you can just like sack this one off to protect one of your Commandras, and then this one will hopefully replace itself and you still have 2 bodies on the field if you get Def X. So yeah, no Chuumon because this is a spicy Commandramon deck, as you're going to be seeing. So we didn't have room for that because we are playing the full playlist of Chuumon. This is, of course, a memory blocker, but we are trying to do some funny things with this card, which you're going to be seeing a little bit later in the list. But yeah, just the memory blocker Chuumon is the best one. And then I'm also playing the new BT11 Chuumon as a 2-off. So we're playing 26 level 3s, which, you know, if we're not seeing a level 3 in our opening hand, something should be going very, very wrong. This is one to evolve, which is not so good. However, we usually just want to hard play it, and then the effect of this is, on your turn, when you would digivolve into a Sukamon, which you are playing, then we're going to be reducing the digivolution cost by 1, so essentially we're going to be evolving for 1, hopefully. And then the undeletion effect is, if this Digimon has Sukamon or Etamon in its name, you can play a Chuumon from your trash suspended, so you can just play out this or this, and just float a little bit, and to, you know, put even more pressure on your opponent, which is definitely nice. So yeah, that's it for the level 3s. I move on to the level 4s. This should be pretty self-explanatory, but we're playing the full place of the Sukamon. It just has jamming, it does have the nice combination with Missimon. There's also another card I'm playing where it combos quite nicely. And then the Inheritable is, of course, very strong when you're going up into your Tankdramon or your Darkdramon eventually. Everybody who's familiar with the deck should know how important this card is if you are going up into your high end. And then I already mentioned it, but we are playing 2 Sukamon, which is the new one from BT11, which says on deletion you can review the top 3 cards, and you can add either a Sukamon, Chuumon or Etamon to your hand, and you can trash the rest, so it will also set up your trash a little bit. And the targets for this are of course the 6 Chuumon as well as the other copy of itself. And then the inheritable doesn't come up in this deck, so it's not really relevant, but yeah, we're not just playing this for the floating effect to get some more hand advantage, which I'll be showing in just a second. First I'll show the last level 4, this is just Grimmamon. Don't really think there's much to explain about this. We are trying to rush the opponent and it's just a cool game finisher. Then for the level 5s I'm playing triple Tankdramon. I often found that like a 4-4 split for the Sukamon and the Tankdramon is a little bit weird, because you only want to see the Tankdramon after you see the Sukamon. I guess you can evolve over the Sukamon or the Grimmamon if you really want to, but it's not like a line you want to go for. The 1 Digimon effect to mill 3 and then play a D-Brigade 5 cost less, of course, very nice. And also the inheritable, when you eventually go up into your Darkdramon, is very strong. But yeah, 3 of the Tankdramon, and then quite spicy, and the reason why I kept these cards here is I'm playing 1 copy of Commandramon. It does provide a little bit of board control, but the reason I'm really playing it is I want to have as many like game pushes as possible for 3 memory. And one of the things you can do is, like, let's say you have this in raising, you can move it out, and your opponent has like 1 security left. You can do the check, it will survive, hopefully, because there's jamming, right, so the odds are pretty well in your favor. And then you can actually just hard play the Sukamon for 3, and then you can just go up into the Commandramon and, you know, do that final swing, or potentially you can even like do a Tankdramon from the trash beneath it to set up for a Darkdramon play or something like that. So you can definitely do really cool stuff with this card in this deck. I'm gonna be playtesting this deck a little bit, and then maybe I'll, you know, find that I want to play more Commandramon. I can definitely see that happening, but for now just on the 1, but I definitely think it has potential. And you know, it also has a little bit of board control where you can DP reduce, which is also nice. And then let's get rid of those. Moving on to level 6s, it should be fairly standard. We're just playing triple of the Rush Darkdramon and then double of the EX3 Darkdramon. Again, this is just a game finisher for 3 memory. And this can sometimes be a game finish for 0 memory. Can do a lot of checks when you have the ideal stack, but yeah, you have to get there, and you don't really have searches in this deck. You can play Drakomon, but like the structure deck 1, but I don't really think that's ideal or necessary, to be honest. But yeah, not much to say about that. I'm not playing any level 7s, I don't really think Devex will be good. I do think Omnimon's for defeat will be good, but again, we're not trying to control the game, we're just trying to close it out as fast as possible. Even if we're doing it in a little bit of a gimmicky way with the Chuumons. Just 1 Izzy and triple Kazu. Wish I could play more, but you know, I had to cut some stuff to fit the Chuumon Sukamon engine. But yeah, these cards are just really good. It just helps you dig for your pieces, and we are playing some little combos in the deck, so digging for those is definitely pretty nice. And Izzy's just a memory tamer, right? Izzy is Izzy. Not much to say about that either. And then for the options, we are playing triple Pride Memory Boost. Yeah, this is just Pride Memory Boost. Again, pretty much a staple card in D-Brigade, especially since we're playing 26 rookies now, so we should definitely be hitting this most of the time, but you know, I've been playing the deck a lot, and I still just sometimes not hit with this, which is fine. Not this build though, but you know, just a D-Brigade deck. And then the last card, which is a little bit of a gimmick, like, honestly, you could probably just cut this, but it's just something I want to try out, which is the Cooties Kick. It says if you have a Black Tamer in play, you may reduce the cost by 1, so you're mostly going to be playing this for 1, hopefully at least. And then the effect is, main until the end of your opponent's turn, 1 of your Digimon with Numemon, Sukamon, or Nanimon, or Etamon in the name can be blocked, and gains Unleash and gain triple memory. So you just kind of want to play this on your Sukamon when your opponent has a blocker and then just attack for game, which you're just playing 2 Sukamon, so it's very gimmicky, right? And in my original list I was just playing 4 memory boost, but I just want to show this off because I think it's quite funny. It can definitely just randomly steal you the game if your opponent isn't. And expecting this. And then the security effect is actually really good because it says review the top 3 cards of your deck and then you can play a black Digimon with a cost of 2 or less from among them without paying the cost and trash the rest. So it does set up your trash and play out the guy randomly, which is quite cool, but I do have to admit this is very gimmicky. But yeah, that's the list. Alright, that was it guys. That was my Chuumon, Sukamon, D-Brigade / Commandramon deck. Hope you guys enjoyed that list. I will definitely be toying with it a little bit because I really do think it's a lot of fun and just love playing D-Brigade. And this is just like a cool, fun take on the deck. But yeah, I will be doing a lot more BT11 content. I will be taking a look at like competitive deck profiles, gameplay, stuff like that. So if you do enjoy that type of stuff, be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment what you want to see, and also subscribe. And if you do, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!